So in December of 2016, I went into urgent care because I was having really bad pain in my stomach and especially in my lower back. I had actually already taken an at-home pregnancy test, so I knew I was pregnant, but I wanted to know where this pain was coming from. When they walked in with the results, there was a doctor and a nurse, and their faces were so dour. And the doctor looks at me and he goes, "You're pregnant." And I was like, "Oh, I know. No, oh, and you have," and I was like, oh. I did go home and confront my now ex-husband, and he was so confused. He was like, "Where would that come from? Did you bring that in? Did you sleep with someone? Did you do all these things?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." "Did you?" The funny thing is that he had been complaining of pain and issues down there, and I didn't. It just got to this point where I was like, okay, I just barely found out I was pregnant, and in order to fully accept the idea that my husband cheated on me, I would have had to either stay with him and accept the fact that he cheated on me, or leave him and be pregnant alone, which honestly, that's what I should have done, because that would have been better than what ended up happening in my pregnancy. So you can go watch that other video and find out what happened. After the magical probiotic, but before I told him I wanted a divorce, I found a charge on our bank account from adultfriendfinder.com. That website, you can do like dating, you can find friends, and you can do hookups and stuff. But back then, when I had Googled what is this website, what Googly Google had told me was that mainly you would get on there to hire the SE. I sent it to him and I was like, "Hey, I found this, what is this?" And he was appalled, and he was like, "That can't be me, that must be fraud." So I go to my bank and I'm like, "Hey, this is fraud." They told me, "No, this is not fraud, we're not going to refund you." So I went to my ex-husband and I was like, "No, this is not fraud, come clean." And he did. He said I was just super lonely, and so I joined this website because I was lonely and I was mad at you, and I didn't do anything though. I went on there and then I felt bad, so I deleted my account, but they wouldn't refund me the charge. After we actually separated, I was no longer staying at the house. I was staying at my gym that I owned with my daughter in the loft. But I was coming to the house every so often to get stuff. One day he says to me, "Oh, I wanted to let you know that that note you saw was nothing, it was just for me." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I was mad at you and I wanted to make you jealous." So I wrote myself a note that said, "Hey," and then his name, "Thank you for showing me the art last night. It was really fun. Sorry I had to go. I wanted you to think that I had a girl over, but it wasn't. I just wrote it to myself to try to make you jealous." Ironically, I had not seen the note when I went to go pick up stuff, so I would never have known. He kind of just outed himself. I have no doubt that there was a girl over there and maybe there was a note and he was just kind of trying to cover his bases, but it was a little bit crazy.